YouTube channel. Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin. Closing remarks, I eat tomatoes. Translator, Shadow Knight AK. Editor, Shadow Knight AK. Completion note. Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin has concluded. My feelings about this completion are different from those of my other novels. They're complex, tinged with a sense of reluctance. This series began with Swallowed Star, completed between July 2010 and July 2012. The novel Snow Eagle Lord, which tells the story of the Ninth Lord, Dongbo Zuying, was completed between June 2015 and July 2017. Adding Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin, which connects the two and was completed between April 2024 and August 2025, the three novels took a total of 5.5 years to write. Including the time spent planning and preparing, the entire process spanned over 6 years. When I started writing Swallowed Star, my wife and I were still dating. I was only 23 years old, young and full of energy. In 2 years, I wrote nearly 4.8 million words, completing the original universe storyline. After that, I was utterly exhausted and had no desire to continue. Moreover, I believed that given Luo Feng's demonstrated talent, his journey in the origin continent would inevitably become an invincible protagonist story, making further writing unnecessary. However, this novel had a large and devoted readership. Many fans asked what adventures Luo Feng would have next and what heights he would ultimately achieve. So, during the creation of Snow Eagle Lord, I had Luo Feng appear as a supporting character, letting readers know that he had indeed become a lord. This would resolve any lingering regrets. Because I did have some stories about Luo Feng's adventures on the origin continent in my mind, I did feel the urge to write a second installment of Swallowed Star more than a decade after its completion. In the reader group, I asked my readers which of two new book ideas they preferred, a martial arts novel or a story about Luo Feng's journey on the origin continent in Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin. The overwhelming choice was Swallowed Star 2, so I decided to write it. But once I started, I realized how naive I'd been. This was the first time in my many years of writing that I'd attempted a sequel. The beginning was already set, Luo Feng's journey to the origin continent. The ending was also predetermined, clearly outlined in Snow Eagle Lord. Moreover, I had casually included many details in Snow Eagle Lord that I now had to reconcile. The images of various lords, the fact that no one had ever killed a Xuanhuan ancestor in a one-on-one fight, the 3 lords who had invaded the infinite world and killed 13th, the knife scar left by Luo Feng, characters like the heavenly wolf guest, and the lords, struggle to defend their vast territories with insufficient manpower. In Snow Eagle Lord, even a casual remark by a character might require me to take note and expand upon it in Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin. I had to ensure consistency with the original novel, with both the beginning and ending already established and many events that absolutely had to occur. And I had to write it in a way that would satisfy my readers as much as possible. It truly felt like dancing in shackles, a rather painful experience. Perhaps it's because I started writing the character of Luo Feng 15 years ago and am now revisiting him, making the connection feel deeply emotional. Each chapter I write feels like an epilogue, recording many untold stories from his time on the origin continent during his lord phase. Regardless, Luo Feng's story concludes here. Everything that needed to be written has been. The 3 novels have enriched the fictional world, leaving plenty of room for imagination. Many readers have asked whether Tomato will write more novels or if this marks the end of my writing career. Haha. Writing is my greatest passion. I will continue creating. As for information about my new book. Before writing Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin, I mentioned that I would write both a martial arts novel and Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin, just in one order or the other. Yes, my new book will be a martial arts novel. However, I still need more time to prepare thoroughly. I'll announce the details when I'm fully ready. I began writing in 2005, and it's been nearly 20 years since then. I'm deeply grateful for your unwavering support throughout these years. It's because of you that Tomato is where I am today. Thank you all. See you in my new book. T.L. Shadow Knight AK. As I mentioned in some comments before, IET will be writing a new novel after Swallowed Star 2, Land of Origin. This has now been officially confirmed by the author himself. Currently, I'm uploading the Primordial Law. Since I'm doing the translations on my own, it takes time, so I can't always upload chapters in bulk. I've noticed that some of you don't seem to enjoy this novel yet, but I'd encourage you to give it a chance. I truly believe you'll come to like it. Every novel takes some time to get going, and because I can't release many chapters at once, it might feel slow or boring at first. But trust me, this is a great story, and it's even ranked among the top 10 on Kidian. I'm also working on 3 other novels, Night Without Boundaries by Chen Dong, The Borrowed Sword, and another one I mentioned in a previous post. Personally, my favorites are The Primordial Law and Night Without Boundaries. I plan to do bulk uploads of these 2 novels soon. Maybe not immediately, but in a few days, I'll make it happen. The main reason I'm continuing with these uploads is to keep this channel alive until IET begins publishing his new work. I don't think it will be long. If you've noticed, the chapter releases have been a bit slower recently, and I suspect he's been focusing on preparing his next novel. In the meantime, I hope you'll also check out the other novel audiobooks I'm uploading. That way, we can keep the channel active until IET's new novel arrives. Lastly, if you're wondering why I made a video instead of posting this update in the community tab, it's because not everyone reads the posts, but more people are likely to watch a video.